Alright, back again, and in this tutorial we will resume from previous tutorial. So what we will do is implement this second method, which was this: calculate the distance from the gun. I will copy it here, and I will head back to spawn bullet, and here I will type public float destruction distance traveled before destruction. Again, this is there is a better, there should be better way to name this, but I couldn't figure out right now. You can name this better according to your needs. And this is uh, so this is not initialized yet, but it will make use of update method. So if so, to find out, again, to explain it a bit, I will play this game again to show you. So I paused the game here, and I will show you this bullet. Again, this is the bullet. So, and this is the trigger point. So if the radius increases to, let us say, 40 40.0 f. So let us say this is our bullet and it hasn't hit anyone, so it will delete by itself, so it doesn't affect with our game or enemies. So to do this, we will calculate the distance between this spawn point and this bullet point. So that will be pretty simple. What we will do is right now, as you can see, bullet is I will create so this is our game object bullet, and we can simply so this is game object bullet, and everything that is spawned will be saved here. So here we will make a list of game objects or array that will save bullet coordinates, and that will, so either you can create a list of game objects of array that will save the bullet coordinates, and from there we can find out the distance. Or the second method would be that when we are creating this bullet, we will need game object. We will simply get the component bullet dot get component bullet movement, and here we will pass the function of spawn point. So this is our spawn point component, which is a transform, and right now we can't, okay, right now we haven't made a method here. Void calculate, we can simply give spawn point here, transform spawn point. So this is our spawn point. It's not initialized yet, but in a public void method, public void update spawn point, like this. Here we will simply here it will take a transform t or anything temporary, and here you will save a spawn point here. Spawn point is equal to t, and if spawn point is not equal to null, so if spawn point is not equal to null, what we will do is so this is our spawn point, and if it's not empty, what we will do is simply we will simply try to compare it with our current transform value, that is by calculating the distance. So this is the method vector3 dot distance. Again, this will simply tell the distance between two vectors. So if vector3 dot distance is less than, so this is, we can simply give our current position, this which is transform dot position, and then this spawn point dot position, and then the target which we can give, that is distance traveled. We also need to pass this here. So to do this, we will make another variable float, and here we will add and here we will try to save this like this. So what we have done is, inside each bullet, inside bullet movement script, we tried to find out the distance and pass it so that each bullet can check for its own self the distance to its parent, to its spawn point. Sorry, what was this? It's less than distance traveled. So if the distance is less than the distance traveled, then do nothing, or we can reverse it, or to is greater than the distance, then it will destroy this game object. Simply destroy the game object, destroy this bullet game object. So right now here we have done the bullet life has been put inside every individual bullets. So every bullet knows when it has to destroy, and that check is being done continuously in update. So every bullet knows when it has to destroy himself. So this is the bullet spawner, and here we will try to pass in this component update spawn point. I will try to copy it. So we can call this like this, update spawn point. All right, so we have to, right now this bullet component is not yet accessible. Sorry, this script is not accessible. Script is not yet accessible for some reason. And once it's accessible, it will stop showing this in red. And to pass the functions, which were simply these two, transform t, which was this spawn point. So this is spawn point. So, and other one would be distance traveled before restriction, this one. So in the next tutorial we will see why this is showing up in red and what we can do to avoid this. Thank you. Okay, so the script name was bullet movement, and now when I put the correct script name, when correct script name was put, it is showing up, it is accessing the public method just fine. So now we will play it to check further that if it runs. Again, I have made a mistake of saving while the game was playing. Undo that and I will try to play it again. And right now, as you can see, the bullet gets destroyed right away after creation. Reason is that we didn't input, we didn't give the distance traveled before destruction. So let's put to 12 to show you, for example, that what happens. It will be destroyed after after it travels 12.36, and as you can see, it gets deleted from here. So this is the 12.36 distance, and you can increase the distance, and they will and when you will increase the distance to 23, it will go on to here or here, as we increase the limit of our distance traveled before destruction of for each bullet. So from here it increased the limit to here, and again this won't be immediate, it won't show up immediately because the bullets created are here. We'll have this 23.7 input, and this is the long distance, as you can see, and we don't want the enemies to be destroyed that are too far away for our gameplay sake. So we will change that to 10. This will be the tutorial, and another thing that we will do, I will show you next tutorial.